So, and I might have to go to Berlin and Groningen between now and the 5th of May.
All right.
So what you're saying is you can't make it.
I don't think it's a good plan. I'm sorry.
I understand.
I mean, normally I'm quite enthusiastic about these things, but it's the timing's not good for me.
Yeah.
I will end up divorced, which is difficult because I'm not married. So I'd have to get married first and then get divorced. But right. So go. You ask the questions. I'll try and reply. Well, one of the things is that I'm not sure they should call themselves messenger companies anymore. I think they've got to be about last mile, first mile, and only mile.
Okay.
And that they've got to offer a comprehensive service in all three areas. And that's easier said than done. I actually am an operator, last mile Manchester. We have a contract with DHL Express, and they bring parcels to our depot every weekday morning, and then we put them in the bikes and they go off, and we do 3 to 5 riders a day depending on the volume of parcels. And we pay riders properly. We're not part of the gig economy. We're not self-employment disguised. We are real employment.
All right.
With people paid so they get proper state benefits and all that thing. But we managed to do that with that contract.
Okay.
And the first thing to learn is that we're doing 10 to 12 drops per hour in the city centre of Manchester. The vans run by DHL Express in the same city centre are doing 6 to 8 drops per hour.
All right.
So we immediately have a competitive advantage, economically, efficiently, over the vans. That's to some extent our problem to deal with and make sure that the finances work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Equally, when an operator comes to us and says, a delivery operator, and says they want to do a price of 65 pence, sorry it's not euro, but this is true, 65 pence per parcel, and only if they're delivered, not if they're returned,
Okay.
then we tell them to go and find somebody willing to do that, because we are not.
Okay.
Because it's a ridiculous price and is not economic.
But it appeared that with DHL, for instance, you managed to have a deal good enough.
Yes.
So you can pay the people.
Absolutely.
That's interesting.
Although it is interesting, and this is my next point. You know, how do you scale up? You asked, how do you scale up? It is interesting that the DHL Express, DHL as a whole, is not actually a single coherent body.
Yeah, it relies on local.
We have a good relationship with the third-party service partner of DHL, and we get our work from them. They in turn have a contract with DHL, and the manager at DHL we know well. He's a good man, but we can also take you to DHL depots elsewhere in the UK where the depot manager does not want to know.
Yeah.
So we have a long way to go on that. So you cannot at this stage underestimate how important personal relationships are.
That's it.
They are absolutely essential. Don't forget to be empathetic with the depot manager. The depot manager is told to meet key performance indicators, KPIs, that are merciless If the manager over quite a short time fails to meet these, they are out. Now the third thing about growth. These days, the customer who is putting a parcel into the system wants it to be one-stop shop, dead simple.
Yeah.
And if they're sending the parcel beyond inside the city, you know, the only mile, if they're sending it to another last mile in another city, they just want to put their parcel into a system for a price, for a delivery time, for a level of security, and off it goes. And they don't want to worry about it, they might want to track it. And you have to ask yourselves whether you can offer that. And if you can't, you need to mend your IT systems so that you can. And we in the UK have not got there yet, so, you know. My colleague Iva Chimaki here, who's with me today, he and other colleagues, we are experimenting right now with what are going to be 4 different internet cloud-based systems with an app on the phone of the rider to do all of that.
All right.
And we think that thereby lies the future for us. We need to be able to say to somebody, you the customer, open your business account with us, payment sorted.
Yeah.
You then can go on and you can book your parcel next day, immediate, somewhere in between. You have a tariff to suit. You know, it's cheaper if you give us more time to plan. If you want the premium, you know, deliver it in the next 10 minutes, you can have it, but this was what it will cost you. And then they hit the button to go, and in so doing, they pay us and they get an automated invoice.
But so this is for you direct customers?
Yes.
But
Yes.
is it possible also in the future to implement all the...
It's not in the future, it's happening now. One of our colleagues, I know for certain, is already receiving the manifest of parcels due to be delivered from a big operator by a .csv,
Yeah.
comma separated text file, through the email, first thing in the morning, and that program, you can import that and it allocates those parcels to the different routes.
And the proof of delivery will go back
Yes, it will.
to the...
And in the right data format for that operator. Of course they do. And they need to get over it.
All right. All right.
They have the word contamination. A UPS parcel is found nestling next to a DPD parcel in the same cargo bike box. Oh, what terrible things are going to happen. Actually, what terrible things are going to happen? I don't know what they are. They need to just get over it. What they need to worry about is whether they can still afford to deliver that parcel for a competitive price in that city at that time. That's what they need to worry about. We can help them achieve that, not by being cheap, but by being more effective, more organized, etc. Do, yes. And it's significant that even in the UK we're looking at 4 different systems right now. The aim, hopefully, is that by the end of the year we will sit down as a group and we will go, well, what are the pluses and minuses of all these different systems? And if we like one between us, we're going to go for it together. Well, my view on that is that they can either join in and collaborate, or they can suffer the pain of not doing.
Yeah.
we've had some sessions on this in the past,
Yeah.
but they have been a bit theoretical and a bit academic.
Yeah.
And I'm quite confident that the next ECLF conference will cover this in great detail. So this is the next stage for the European Cyclogistics Federation.
Yeah.
If I tell you a little bit about the history of the ECLF first,
Yeah.
is that a good idea?
Yeah, cool.
I mean, technically, we need a better and stronger cargo bike and cargo trike. We need the builders to get it right. We need some standardization. Digitally, we need integrated data sharing platforms like I've just described. These are essential to make us efficient and cost effective. Economically, we need strong businesses and that we're absolutely sure can operate cyclogistics to ensure that growth continues and that all our staff are paid properly.
Yeah.
And socially, we need municipal government councils to make the cargo bike welcome. We experienced last night here in Berlin with the senator announcing the cargo bike subsidy scheme, and we need to enable family and domestic use as well through cargo bike friendly infrastructure, parking, training and loan schemes. So none of this is to make false claims about our sector. We are not the solution to congestion. We're not the solution to poor air quality. We're not the solution to urban noise. We're not the solution to carbon dependent transport. But we are the most definitely part of the solution to all of those problems. And I hope after visiting Berlin, you will go home and carry on that message. One of the great things that's happened whilst we've been here in Berlin is that a national association has been formed for Germany. Ivor and I attended their formation meeting yesterday morning. There were about 15 people around the table. There were about 12 to 15 operators interested. And I would think in the next month or so they will be constituted formally, and we have just today agreed that the Berlin Senate is going to fund their development by having them commissioned to create a national conference on cargo bikes and cyclogistics next April here in Berlin.
Okay.
A German-speaking conference,
Yeah.
which will be badged with the ECLF, of course, but it will be run on a national level.
All right.
So this is a fantastic development, which has been agreed this afternoon.
Excellent.
So you're hearing this news first.
Excellent.
In Spain, after a few early difficulties, they've now established a national association. It's led by our colleagues from Cheetah in San Sebastian, Harry and Danny, who would be very happy to talk with you.
We've been talking a lot already. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
And we look as though we're going to get an association in the Netherlands. There is already an outfit called fietscouriers.nl, and I think they're going to convert that, or I don't have all the information I need, but they're going to either convert that or they're going to create a new body to go forward. They met in Zwolle recently, the last few weeks, to have a proper conversation about that, and things have to take their course, but it's looking good. So we look at, and in the UK, finally, we formed the the UK Cyclogistics Federation a year ago, and if you like, our major project at the moment is the IT project, but we're also working on other things together, particularly a national rail bike on the day fast service, premium service, which is extremely interesting. That would make UK, Germany, Netherlands, perhaps yourselves in Belgium, Spain. So we're underway.
Yeah.
I expect that in due course we will create a new structure for ECLF with a board that is partly made up by representatives from each of the national bodies. Well, my suggestion to you, if you want to hear it, is that you just keep it simple and do practical things together.
All right.
You don't need to get too worried about constitutions and powers and whatever. The important thing is to do something useful for each other and with each other.
All right. Thank you, Richard.
Good luck.
See you soon. Thank you.